So we'll try to understand what is identifier, right? Now when we are going to write programs, when we are going to write lot of programs, so what we are going to write as part of programming? So we are going to have task will have a name. Then inside the, while performing the task, we are going to create lot of variables to store the data. So we'll have variables, we'll have methods also. So we'll have lot of methods, lot of variables. And where do we write this task? We write inside the class. So class is nothing but a logical name to a group of tasks. So we'll have a lot of classes, lot of methods, lot of variables. Then we'll have a lot of packages also. So we group logical related classes inside a package or a folder. तो ये बहुत सारे क्लासेस होंगे, बहुत सारे पैकेजेस होंगे, बहुत सारे मेथड्स होंगे, बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स होंगे, राइट? तो इनको डिफरेंशिएट कैसे करेंगे हम? हर एक वेरिएबल को कुछ तो नाम होगा, हर एक वेरिएबल को कुछ तो नाम होगा, मेथड का कुछ नाम होगा, क्लास का कुछ नाम होगा, पैकेज या फोल्डर का कुछ नाम होगा, राइट? तो ये सारे नाम को आप क्या बोलते हो? ये जो नाम दिया होता है वेरिएबल को, मेथड को या क्लास को या पैकेज को, इसे हम बोलते हैं आइडेंटिफायर. व्हाट इज आइडेंटिफायर? It is a name given to a class, method, variable, package, and so on. Right? So it is just a name given to a class, method, variable, package. Very simple. Now, how the name should be? How the name should be means what characters I can use to give a name to a class, to give a name to a variable. What should the character? Can I write the character in Hindi? हिंदी में लिख सकता हूँ उसको मैं, नाम उसका, Chinese, Japanese, किसमें लिख सकता हूँ मैं? So I have to write a specific name. So the name should be, so identifier name जो भी होगा class का name, identifier should be having, should have character set. What character set? What are the characters are allowed? So we create a word from the letters or the characters. So character set should be small capital A to Z, small a to Z, then digit 0 to 9, dollar and underscore, not hyphen. This is underscore. So this is the only character set we have. So allowed set of characters. These are the only allowed character set. So we cannot use hash or any other symbol to give a name to a class or a variable or a method, right? Now let's try to identify. Now I will write a program, public class hello, or I will just give a name greeting, and there I have public static void main, and there I have a string args. There I again write system.out.println. ठीक है, now let me save this file. I have saved this file. Now let's try to understand what are the, now in this program, can you tell me what are the identifiers are in this particular program? What are the identifiers are there? So greeting is a class, then greeting is a name given to a class, then public static void main. So public is a keyword, static is also keyword, void is also keyword. What about main? It's a name of a method. So main is also identifier. This main is also identifier. Then what about string? What is string? String is also a class which is already written. So string is also identifier. Yes. What about args? What is args? it is a input variable name, it is a kind of a variable, it is a name given to a variable, कोई variable को नाम दिया है, so it is also a identifier. Then what about system.out.println? What is system? It is also a class, so it is also identifier. What about out? Out is also a reference variable which is present inside the system class. So out is a name given to a variable, so it is also identifier. What about println? It is a method name where it is present printstream class, so it is also identifier. So we are able to identify how many identifiers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So these are the 7 identifiers we have. Now I will create my own variable. And I will try to print that value. Let's say I write int value and I write 100. So what is this value? Value is also identifier. So this identifier, what it should have, what character set it should have? Small a to z, capital A to z, digit 0 to 9, $_. So how many characters we have? Almost these 4 kinds of small a to z, capital A to z, 0 to 9, and these 2 symbols, $ and $_. So if you use any other character, to give a name to this particular identifier, you will get compile time error. So let me try any other character. Let's say I use this one, right? Now let me try running this, or let's compile this. So I will open the CMD here. Where is this class? Where was this? Greeting, okay. So I will just go to this CD. Okay. Now see here, I will just compile this. File name is javac and I have the name is greeting.java. Now what it says? This is unexpected. So what is the character set we have to use? Small a to z, capital A to z, $. So if we use any other character, we get compile time error. So we get a compile time error. मतलब इससे अलग कोई आप character लेते हो तो you will get straightforward compile time error. ठीक? This is the first rule. This is kind of a rule. Rules to follow to give a name. Right? What is the first rule? These are the only character set you are going to use. If you use any other character set, you will get compile time error. This is the hard and fast rule. There is no negotiation on that. Then second, there is another rule. Now if you see here, I cannot use any other character. Okay. Now let's try one value. What is the name of the variable I have tried? One value. And let's try to compile that one more time. So what it is saying? Unexpected. It is not expected to write this. So name of the variable or name of the method or name of the class should not start with identifier, should not start with digit, otherwise we get compile time error. मतलब आप जो भी वेरिएबल बनाओगे या मेथड बनाओगे या क्लास नेम बनाओगे तो उसका जो स्टार्ट है वो डिजिट से मत करो, अदरवाइज यू विल गेट कंपाइल टाइम एरर. पहले तो कैरेक्टर सेट कौन सा होना चाहिए? स्मॉल ए टू जेड, कैपिटल ए टू जेड, डिजिट 0 to 9, $_. दिस इज समथिंग पॉसिबल. दूसरा रूल क्या है? आप जो भी नाम स्टार्ट करोगे डिजिट से स्टार्ट मत करो, दूसरा जो भी कैरेक्टर अवेलेबल उससे स्टार्ट कर सकते हो आप। कैरेक्टर से कर सकते हो, A to Z, कैपिटल A to Z, स्मॉल A to Z, डॉलर से कर सकते हो, अंडरस्कोर से भी कर सकते हो, लेकिन डिजिट से करोगे तो कंपाइल टाइम एरर आएगा, राइट। सो लेट मी ट्राई दैट विद अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो। सो आई विल स्टार्ट। और डिजिट कहाँ पे लो, आप इन बिटवीन ले लो और एट द एंड ले लो, यहाँ पर भी ले सकते हो, दिस इज फाइन, दिस इज फाइन, ठीक। आई एम जस्ट प्रिंटिंग दिस वैल्यू 1, ये चल जाएगा, दिस विल वर्क, this will work. I will run this also. Java hello 100. Now you can take the number in between but not at the beginning. You can take number at the end, or you can take in between but not at the beginning. ठीक. Then you can start the variable value with underscore also, that is also fine. I will just take this as, remove this, underscore is also fine. Underscore is also fine. You can start with dollar also, that is also fine. But only thing is you should not start with a digit. Compile this once again, run that, it will work. So it is fine. You can start with the underscore, you can start with dollar, or you can start with any other character also, that is also perfectly fine. Now what is this public, static, void? These are the keywords. Now if I use these keywords as a variable name, what do you think, what will happen? So if I write int public equal to 100, public is already having some meaning, so don't try to create another meaning. It has already given the meaning. Public means it is access specifier keyword which has already defined some meaning. So if you use any keyword as a variable name, as a method name, or as a class name or a package name, you will get compile time error. So we should not use keywords as a variable name or method name or a class name. So let's try to compile that. So it is saying illegal start of expression. This is not expected. So there is a third hard and fast rule. What is that? Keywords cannot be used as identifier, otherwise we get a compile time error. This is a hard and fast rule. Very simple rules. These are the basic foundations. So keywords you cannot use as a identifier, otherwise you will get compile time error. Tick. These are the three hard and fast rules. These are the hard and fast rules. Next, Java is case sensitive programming language. It means that this value and this value, I can write this value. These are two different things. So it is a case sensitive programming language. It is a case sensitive programming language. So this is capital. Let me compile this. After compiling, I don't get any error because we have given the valid names. If you see 100 and 200. So it is a case sensitive programming language. It is case sensitive because if you create two variables with two different cases, if I create one more variable that I can create like this, everything in capital. This is also possible. So this is a third variable. This is a third variable, not the same variable. So I can write value everything in capital. So this is a third variable. So these three variables are different variables because it is a case sensitive programming language. If you see here 100, 200, 300. Java is case sensitive programming language. These are the three rules and this is just a suggestion we have. Now, there are some, these are the hard and fast rules and there is some suggestions, good programming practice. Suggestions are nothing but good practices. Give names. So what are the good practices? So these are the good practices. If you follow this, you will look like a mature programmer. Your code will look at least little better. So what are the good practices we have to follow? First of all, we have lot of predefined classes, lot of predefined interfaces also, lot of predefined methods also. So string class, system class, there are many thousands of classes are predefined classes. So if you use that class as your class name, what will happen? So you will have two classes with the same name. So earlier there was one class that was already defined, which is having a proper name. String class is already defined, right? If you define your own class, what will happen? There will not be any problem. Only problem will be that class will be in different package, your class will be in different package. But the problem is readability of the program will reduce. So any new person who joins the team, he will confuse that string or this string. So you have to avoid that. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? You should not use predefined classes as your identifier or a class name or a method name or a variable. मतलब क्या बोल रहा हूँ? पहले बहुत सारे क्लासेस डिफाइन है जावा में ऑलरेडी प्रीडिफाइंड, उनको फिर से अपने क्लास का नाम मत बनाओ. इफ यू डू दैट व्हाट विल हैपन, आपका कोड का रीडेबिलिटी कम हो जाएगा. इट विल रिड्यूस द रीडेबिलिटी. इससे कोई कंपाइल टाइम एरर आएगा क्या? नो, यू विल नॉट गेट एनी कंपाइल टाइम एरर. योर प्रोग्राम विल रन परफेक्टली फाइन, बट यू शुड अवॉइड यूजिंग प्रीडिफाइंड क्लास नेम्स एज योर आइडेंटिफायर नेम. क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं? आप जो प्रीडिफाइंड क्लासेस है उनको फिर से आपके क्लास का नाम मत बनाओ, या वेरिएबल का नाम मत बनाओ, या मेथड का नाम मत बनाओ, राइट? सो इट इज नॉट अ गुड प्रैक्टिस. सो वी शुड अवॉइड, we should not use predefined classes name as an identifier. इसमें we don't get any compile time error. We don't get compile time error if we use it. मतलब क्या कि आप कोई predefined class है उसको आप use करते हो तो you will not get any error. You will not get any error. Program will compile perfectly, it will run perfectly also, but what will happen? It will reduce, if you use it, it will reduce readability. Readability मतलब दूसरा कोई डेवलपर आएगा तो उसको समझ में नहीं आएगा कौन सा स्ट्रिंग क्लास, आपका लिखा हुआ क्लास या पुराना वाला क्लास. सो देयर विल बी अ कंफ्यूजन. सो अभी लेट्स से देयर इज अ सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट प्रिंटलन स्ट्रिंग क्लास. नाउ इफ आई यूज, I can create a variable string. There is no problem. Your code will run perfectly fine, but it is not a good practice. So you can write string also. It will compile perfectly fine. It will run also perfectly fine. But we should not use that. We should not use that. ठीक है. अभी दूसरा एक, now you are going to create lot of classes, lot of interfaces, lot of packages, lot of variables, methods. So you should have a standard naming. मतलब उनका नाम कैसे होना चाहिए, right? So you should follow something called as upper camel case. You should follow lower camel case for lower camel case for variables, methods, packages. You should follow upper camel case for classes, interfaces. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of this upper camel case and lower camel case? Now I want to store, I have a very big variable name, product quantities, number of orders placed by a customer. This is the name of the variable. This is the name of the variable. Now how you should write that? Now I want to create, let me create another class. So I have a variable name product quantity. So if you see here, product quantity is equal to, let's say, 100. I want to maintain number of orders placed by customer. Can you see, is it readable? Can you see it is little readable? Yes, it is readable. Now, if you see, how did I put the name? The first word, first letter is small. First word, first letter is small, and rest of the words, first letter, it is capitalized. Number of orders placed by customer. So this is what we have to follow. Now let's say I will create a method called as I will say check balance availability. So this is the name of the method I have created. So if you see the method name, how did I create? Check balance availability. So first letter is small, followed words, first letter is capitalized. So this is called as lower camel case. Means first letter should be lower and subsequent word should be capital. This is called as lower camel case. This is called as lower camel case. We should not write space. Spaces are not allowed. Spaces are? Yes.
Can we use underscore?
You can use underscore, but it is not a good practice. So you should use like this. Underscore is extra character you are adding. Instead of that, this is good practice. Now, how should be the class name? Now, I have a class name. Let's say I am writing another class in the same file. Class, and I am writing a class name. I have a very big class name. So, customer order processing service. If you see here, class name, how did I write? This is called as upper camel case. First word, starting from the first word itself, everything is, first letter is capitalized. So your classes should follow this naming convention. Your classes should follow this naming convention. So your variables, methods, packages should follow lower camel case. Lower camel case मतलब पहले वर्ड का पहला लेटर स्मॉल, बाकी सारे वर्ड्स का सब्सिक्वेंट वर्ड्स का पहला लेटर कैपिटल. सो इससे आपका कोड बहुत नीट दिखेगा, ऑर्गेनाइज दिखेगा, राइट. And what is the variable name you write it completely. Don't write A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P1, P2, P3. Don't do that. Method name should not be M1, M2, A3, A, B, C. Don't do that. Your name should be self-explanatory. Name of the method should be self-explanatory. Name of the variable should be self-explanatory. So what is the name itself? You should understand why we are writing this variable. By reading the method name itself, you should understand what is this method doing. So let's say example, I will write one of the method. I am writing read contact details from CSV file. So this is the name of the file. This is the name of the method. You can also write this. So read contact details from CSV file. So you can write as long as method name, but it should be readable. It should be readable. So these are the some good practices. These are the some good practices, right? Now sometime what happens, you want to maintain some constant values, constant variables. Variables you will make it constant, means that values will never change. For the constants, what we do? So constants, we follow one standard. What is that constant? So constant should be uppercase. They should be uppercase. Example, uppercase for constants. Example, now I am creating a constant. Constant means its value will never change. So I want to create a constant. Constants should be mostly, they will be a public static int. Don't worry about this. This is a variable I am creating. There I write message underscore counter equal to 100. So this is for constants. You have to maintain everything followed by like this. Message counter, everything should be in capital. Now let's say I want to store database password or username, public static string, and I say Oracle database username equal to, let's say, admin. So this is how I follow. So this is something you have to follow for the constants. Constants का नाम कैसे रखोगे? सारा कैपिटल, जो भी वर्ड है उसको सेपरेट करो अंडरस्कोर से. This is a good practice. So it will take some time to understand, it will take some practice to write this, but this is a good practice. Whenever you find any difficulty, what should the names? These are the some names we should. Example. ठीक. Yes, Tushar, any questions, queries? Clear on this, right? What is identifier? It is just a name given to a class, method, variable. What are the rules? The identifier should have a set of characters. What is that? Small a to z, capital A to z, digits 0 to 9, dollar and underscore. This is the first hard-coded rule. Second, what is the hard-coded rule? The identifier name should not start with digits. Third, what is the rule? What is the rule? Third rule, we should not use predefined words or keywords as an identifier, right? And fourth is, Java is a case sensitive language. So small value, capital value, these are two different variables. These are two different values. Then there are some good practices, lower camel case, upper camel case, then upper camel case for the constants, and there is one more. So we have a lot of predefined classes. So we should not use that class name as your class name, as of your variable name, as of your method name. Then you should follow upper camel case for the classes. Upper camel case means class name should be, first word should be capital, first word, first letter should be capital, and each word, first letter should be capital, starting from the first word. Sir. Lower camel case matlab variable name, method name should be following. So every word first letter should be capitalized starting from the second word. Every word first letter should be capitalized starting from the second word. And upper camel case means every word first letter should be capitalized starting from the first word itself. Starting from the first word itself, each character should be having capitalized. Okay? And for the constants, every word should be capitalized and separated by underscore. Check. Space is not allowed. Space is not allowed. Yes, we can maintain that. Space is not allowed in the identifier. Space is not allowed. Check. We have seen some good practices. What is identifier? So it is very simple. It is just a simple way of giving names to classes, methods and identifiers. So how do I differentiate all of you guys? Everyone has a name. Then only I can differentiate. By your name only I am going to call you or I am going to access you. Right? Simple. So that's the reason we should have the good names. So anyone has #123 Ritik? I am not asking Insta ID, but the real names will not have like that, right? So you should follow the proper naming convention. So your code will look neat and clean. Clear? Okay. So next concept we are going to learn is something we are going to learn addition subtraction. Very complex concept, right? So we are going to perform, we are going to learn plus operator. We are going to learn plus operator. What is this plus operator? Yes, plus operator, addition. So plus operator, it is the only operator which is overloaded in Java. What do you mean by overloaded? It does more than one task. So plus operator, it is used to perform mathematical addition as well as string concatenation. String concatenation. So it is useful for both mathematical addition as well as string concatenation. So when mathematical addition will happen? Mathematical addition when both the operands are of type number. So number can be byte, short, int, long, float, double, char. They come under number. If both the operands are of type number, it will do mathematical addition and it will do string concatenation. When one of the operands is of string type. स्ट्रिंग टाइप मतलब डबल कोट्स में जो भी रहेगा उसको हम बोलेंगे स्ट्रिंग टाइप. देन इट विल डू स्ट्रिंग कंकैटिनेशन. राइट? ओके, लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड विद हेल्प ऑफ प्रोग्राम. ठीक है, let's try to save this. Public static void main. So initially 2-3 weeks just use notepad, don't use id, because you will understand the errors that you are going through. Even though I use id, you don't use id for initial 2 to 3 weeks, so you will understand the mistakes. ठीक है. Now let me save this file. Plus operator.java. Now I will ask some simple questions. System.out.println. So 10 plus 20. What is the output? So both are numbers. Both are numbers. Yes. So it will be the, what will the output? Yes, perfect. Out will be 30. Now I write one is character and one is number. What is the output in this case? Output will be 75. 10 plus a. A means 65. What is the output? It will do mathematical addition. Both are number type? Yes. What is the output? Why 75? Not 65. 65 will not be also there. Only AA as it is. String concatenation means write as it is. Double quotes A, it is a string plus single quote A, that is AA. It will write it as it is. Now one is in, now both are in the double quotes. There is no question. It will be AA only. Okay, let's make it little tricky. What is the output in this case? Now triple A, not 65 or 65 plus 30A, something like that. What is the output in this case? Triple A. Yes, you are correct. It is triple A. N plus 20 plus double quotes A plus 20 plus 30. What is the output? 30A 50. Okay. Sure. This will not be 30A 50. This will be 30A 20 and 30. This will be 30A 20 30. So why it will be like that? Can someone tell me? So let me clear it out everything. Java C, what is the plus operator dot Java. So there is no compile time error. We will just run that. What is the output we are getting? Are we getting the similar outputs? 30, 75, 130, AA, triple A, 30A, 20. So why we are getting this 30A, 23 like this? Can someone tell me? Sorry? Yes. Now first of all, let's try to understand these two things. What are these two? Number. This will do 30 plus double quote say what is this? One is number, one is string. So what will happen output? 30A plus we have 20. So this is the entire string now. 30A is entire string. 30A plus 20, one is string, one is number. What is the output? 30A 20. It is entire string now. We have plus 30. So this is the entire string plus number. One is string, one is number. What will happen your output? 30A 20 30. Right? And remember the expression, this is an expression kind of, mathematical expression kind of. So expression evaluation will start from left to right. It will start from left to right. Expression evaluation will start from left to right. Expression evaluation.
Sir, I'm again stuck with the same thing.
Yes, yes.
Previous one where we have two A characters.
Where? Just a second. This one? Correct. This one. Okay. Now if you see, can you tell me? This is character, this is string. This is kind of number type only. So one is number, one is string. What will happen? So when 65 it will take, when you are performing any mathematical addition, then only it will take that one. It will be converting into number. When only it is number type, it will perform arithmetic operation. You cannot perform arithmetic operation on the string. So when this will be replaced with 65, when it will be replaced with 65, when you are actually performing some mathematical operation. So is this mathematical operation? Is this mathematical operation? It is string concatenation. It is not mathematical operation. Remember, if I write A plus 1, that time it will replace. Now this is mathematical operation. Is this mathematical operation? Single quote A plus 1? Yes, so it will replace with 65 plus 1, that is 66. But in this case, if you see carefully, it is a string concatenation. It is not mathematical addition, Sagar. Yes, correct. So character value will be replaced with Unicode value when you are actually performing mathematical operation. When you are actually performing mathematical operation. Now in this case, it is not a mathematical operation, it is just a concatenation. It is just a concatenation. Yes, this will operate. If you see, this is operating. If you see here in this case, this is also number, this is also number. So 65 plus 65. Check, this is mathematical operation. When character value will be replaced with Unicode value, when you are performing mathematical operation. When you are performing mathematical operation, then only your character value will be replaced with Unicode value, not other way. Okay? And expression evaluation will start from left to right. Left to right. So this is left and this is right. Remember, so expression will start evaluating from this one to left to right. Okay. Now you must have studied something called as BODMAS rule also. What is BODMAS rule? So if I have an expression, expression will be solved based on this formula, BODMAS. So first of all, the preference will be given to the brackets, then division, multiplication, whoever comes first, that will be solved. Then addition, subtraction will be given the preference. So first of all, who will be the preference? Brackets. Then denominator, division, multiplication, whoever comes first, that will be solved. Let's take example. So SOP of 10 plus 20 into 30. What is the output? How come 70? Because this is 20 into 30. So we have two operations, mathematical addition and multiplication. So which one will be solved first? Multiplication. Now I have 10 plus 2, 10 plus 20 into 3. What is the output? So first of all, brackets will be solved. 30 into 3. First of all, brackets will be solved and then multiply by 3. That will be 90. This will be 90. This will be 70. You tell me SOP of 10 by 2 minus 3. What is the output? 2. How come? First of all, this will be solved. What is the output? 5. 5 minus 3, 2. So this will follow like this. Check. Okay. Now let's see this also. What is the output? Triple A. First of all, what will be solved? First of all, bracket will be solved. This bracket. This will be 130. This will be 130. This will be 130. And what is this? This will be double A plus 130. This is the entire string, and this will be AA 130. Right? So, this is entire string. This is string and this is number. String and number. This one. Easy, right? So let's try that also. What is the output in this case? AA 105. This will be 105. This will be the final output 105. And what about this? This will be A. ठीक है. 115. Okay. Okay. Mathematical addition गलत हो गया. 115A. So you got the idea, right? How do you solve this? Okay. Perfect. So one last question we'll see on this. What is the output? Hmm? 260. How come? 130. 130 A2. 130, it is going to be calculation, then plus string 130A entire big string plus 2, that will be again string. So 130 A2, it will be the answer. (130 A2). Perfect. होशियार हो गया आप तो. चलो, any questions on this plus operator? No questions, right? Okay. We'll talk about arithmetic operators. So what are arithmetic operators? So we have already seen one arithmetic operator, that is plus. So arithmetic operators, what are the arithmetic operators we have? Let's try to understand arithmetic operators. So we have plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulo. This is also called as remainder also. This is also called as remainder also. This is also called as modulo or remainder. This is also called as remainder also. So we'll try to understand this also. Okay. Okay, let's try to understand this. So I hope you already knew this. Let's try to understand what is the answer in this case. First of all, 30, 100 minus 20, 80. This will be 80. Perfect. 10 into 20, 200. Perfect. 100 by 20, what is the answer? 5. And what about this? 100 more 20. How come 20? 0, right? So remember, in both of these we are doing what we are doing? Division operation. We are doing division operation. One gives you quotient, one gives you remainder. So this is called as remainder. Now when you divide 100 by 20, what is the remainder? 0. This will be 0. Let me run this. Yeah, just a second, I am coming there. Saurabh, now your favorite topic. 0, right? Remainder is 0. Now you tell me, so what this division and mod does? So 100 by 20 I said, right? Here also 100 by 20. So in this case we get a quotient, and in this case we get a remainder, right? Now you tell me, quotient means, let's say I have 100 rupees and I want to distribute 100 rupees to 20 people. How many rupees everyone will get? 5 rupees each. The quotient will be 5 rupees. And what is the remainder after distributing the money? Do I have anything now with me? I gave all the money, 100 rupees to everyone. So what is the remainder now? 0. Now let's say 10 mod, let's once again, this is a little tricky, yeah? You are going to understand this. 101 by 20, 101 mod 20. So you tell me, I have 101 rupee and I want to divide it, I want to give it to 20 guys. How many people, how much rupees everyone will get? 5 rupees only. So you will get integer value 5. And how much rupees I will left it? What is that? So 1 is called as remainder and this is quotient. Okay, once again. Now I have 100 rupees. I have 100 rupees and I want to give it to, now 100 by 1, 100 mod, sorry. Okay, can someone tell me 100 by 1, what is the answer? 100. I have 100 rupees and I want to give it to one guy only. So how much he will get? 100. And I have 100 rupees and I have given to one guy. So what is the remainder? What is the remainder? मेरे पास 100 रुपए थे, मैंने दे दिया, तो मेरे पास कुछ बाकी अभी नहीं है, तो रिमाइंडर कितना रहेगा? 0. परफेक्ट. नाउ फ्लोटिंग नहीं आएगा, विल नॉट गेट फ्लोटिंग, विल गेट इंटीजर वैल्यू. पैसे में नहीं देना सबको. ओके, सो 10 by 10, what is the answer? 10 by 10, everyone will get 1 rupee. And after giving 1 rupee each, how much money I left with? 0. Perfect. Now I have 1 rupee. Can I distribute to guys, 10 guys? How much everyone will get? 0. And how much I am left with? So my output will be 1. So this will be coming in your SOP statements. So I have 1 rupee and I want to give it to 10 guys. So what is the output? Quotient will be, everyone will get 0. And how much money I will left with? 1. मैंने सबको पैसे दिया? Yes. कितना दिया? 0. दिया क्या नहीं पैसे? Yes. Now ये हमने देखा है, आई थिंक. हाँ बोलो. I want to give 10 rupee to one guy. And remainder? So I have 10 rupees that I have given to one person. How much left? 0. Okay, perfect. Now I have 0 rupees and I want to give it to I have 0 rupees and I am going to give it to 1000. So how much everyone will get? 0. 1000 लोग को पैसे दिया मैंने, लेकिन दिया कि नहीं? बस सबको देने के बाद, 1000 लोगों को देने के बाद मेरे पास कितने बचेंगे? पहले से 0 थे और कितने रहेंगे? I will be left with 0. I will be left with 0. Okay. Once again, let's do the reverse. I have 1000 rupees and I want to give it to no one. I want to give it to no one. Now, what is the output? 0. मुझे देना है लेकिन लेने वाला कोई नहीं है. Then you are trying to divide a number by 0 So what will happen? किसको कितना कितना मिलेगा किसको? हाँ, तो इसका आउटपुट आएगा आपको एक्सेप्शन आएगा. इसका क्या एक्सेप्शन आएगा? एरिथमेटिक एक्सेप्शन. मतलब आप 0 लोगों को पैसे नहीं दे सकते. You cannot divide a number by 0. So you'll get arithmetic exception. Perfect. You'll get arithmetic exception divided by 0. ये सारा क्लियर है? 0 1 1 by 10 10 by 1. ठीक है, चलो. सॉरी.
सर जैसे नॉर्मल मैथमेटिक्स कैलकुलेशन करते हैं तो everything divided by 0
इज इन्फिनिटी, राइट? बट जावा वाले ने बोला है कि हमको इन्फिनिटी नहीं चाहिए. वी वांट अरिथमेटिक एक्सेप्शन. सो दे हैव डिफाइंड दिस विद अरिथमेटिक एक्सेप्शन. लेट्स ट्राई टू राइट दैट. ठीक है. So I will take this separately, this guys. Okay. So let's start one by one. What will the output in this case? This will be 5. This will be 0. Perfect. What will the output in this case? Point में आंसर नहीं है. You will not get in the decimal. This will be 0. This will be remainder. Remainder is 1. This will be 0. Here also 0. I have 0 rupees. How much everyone will get? 0. रिमाइंडर कितना है? 0. ये रहेगा 0 0. What is the output in this case? You will get arithmetic exception. Error है. This is a error. Your program will stop. Arithmetic exception divided by 0. Perfect. Let's compile this. Here 500 100 500 100 arithmetic exception. Simple, right? Okay. Let's take one more thing and we can. We save this. Now if you see, same thing I can do in the ID very fast. I can do the same thing in the ID very fast. I don't need to copy paste this everything. This entire process will be very simplified in the ID. But initial days you can use this one. That's fine. Okay. 10.0. Okay. What is the output? In this case, what is the output? 10.0 by 2, answer will be 5.0. I can do this 11.0 f divided by 2. What is the output? 5.5. In this case, what is the remainder? Remainder is 0.0. In this case, 0.0. This one 1.0. This one 0.0. This one 0.0. Here, no, you don't get exception, you get something else. What is that? Infinity will be the output, and here you will get NaN. NaN stands for not a number. This is the output you will get. Let's compile this. Five 0.0, infinity and not a number. So you have to remember only two cases, one for the integers and one for the floats. That is easy. Okay, let me check this also. So I have a character A and I divide it by, let's say, 10. What is the output in this case? Why 6.5? It will be 6. It will be 6. In this case, what is the output? Remainder will be 65 divided by 10. Quotient will be 5. Perfect. Six and 5. Clear this on? So character is also kind of a number, so you will get a similar set of output. Perfect. So this closes your arithmetic operator, string concatenation operator, that is plus operator. Any queries, any questions so far? Check. Now let's try to understand that is third operator in your list. What is that? Assignment operator, that is equal to. So what is the use of this? It is used to assign the RHS value to the LHS variable. Now see here, so I have int a equal to 100. Int a equal to 100. So this 100 is assigned to A. This 100 is assigned to A. Now RHS side, right hand side, you can write direct value. What you can write? You can write direct value. So RHS can be, so we have multiple options. Direct value लिख सकते हो आप expression भी लिख सकते हो, expression also, expression यानी this 10 into 10. What is that 10 into 10? 100. This 100 value will be assigned to A. So this also you can write. Then what else you can write? You can write another variable also. So I have another variable, let's say int b equal to A. So A is assigned to whatever A value has, that will be assigned to B also. So you can write another variable also. You can write function call also. You can call a function and what is the value that returns. Example, so I will write int c equal to add, and add method I pass value 10 and 20. इनका addition होके जो भी output आएगा, that method will return and this value will be assigned to this one. right? So direct value you can write. So what is the direct value you can write? See here examples. Int d equal to 100. So this is direct value, this is expression, this is another variable, and this is function call. Now carefully, can you see left hand side? Left hand side, LHS must be a variable. LHS must be a variable. There is no other option. LHS must be a variable because we store value in the variable. So left hand side must be a variable, otherwise we will get compile time error. We will get compile time error. Check. Let's try to understand this also. Check. We save this. I have saved this. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create the variables that I just created here. I have these variables, and I will just print these values. System dot out dot println. Check. I will print A, B, C, and D. Now this will give me error. For that purpose, what I will do, I will create another function, right? So I will create a add function. So what it does, public static int add, and it accepts two values, int A and B, or number 1 and number 2. It is good practice that you write. Then this method returns return number 1 plus number 2. Tick. That's it. So C will get output as 30, B will get as, first of all, A will be, this will be 100, B will be 100, C will be 30, D will be again 100. Let's compile this. Java C, assignment operator, Java assignment operator, class name 100, 100, 30 and 100, right? So you make sure that you understand this. Assignment operator is used to assign right hand side value to the left hand side variable. So left hand side, it is compulsory that you write variable, otherwise you will get compile time error. Right hand side, we have 4 options: direct value, expression, function, and variable. So this is something mostly we will be using this. Check. Now one thing, now can you tell me the value of this d equal to 500? So what I did in the expression, what is the expression? The 500 value is assigned to d, and d value you are printing, so your output will be 500. Perfect. Now if I write 10 equal to 10, you will get error. You get error. Why? Because 10 is value and left hand side what we have? Value. So that's this error. If you see here, unexpected time, so it will give compile time error. So what is expected? Required is variable, found value. So what is expected? Required is variable. What you have provided? Value. So this will give compile time error. So this will give compile time error because this will not work. Let's compile this one more time. See here. So not this one. I have to it is assignment. Okay, see here 500. Easy, right? Perfect. So with that we will